So we're showing off the mini PC from ALLIWAVA, and man, this has one heck of a set of specs that I'm really excited to dive into. This is coming in with a Ryzen 7 5800U. This has 8 cores, 16 threads, which, I mean, this day and age with these Ryzen CPUs, they are just incredible. This also comes with 32 gigs of DDR4. And one thing that stood out to me when I was checking out this computer specifically was the fact that it is completely 100% upgradable. So if you want to upgrade the RAM and the SSD, it's 100% possible with this, which is incredible, by the way. You know, you don't usually see that typically with these types of computers. Now we'll go ahead and look over the ports here. We have what looks like 2 HDMIs right there. We have both the USB-As right here. This is probably 2.0. We have what is the power cable, that'll go in right there. Then we have a Gigabit Ethernet cable, which is great. On the other side, we have a headphone jack, we have a USB-C, and then we have 2 USB 3.2 Gen A type ports right there, which is great. And you have plenty of ports here. That's something that completely sticks out with this. I mean, you get some really awesome stuff here. In the accessories box, we do have more cables, as you guys can see. I mean, we're coming in with every cable you can imagine, including the power cable itself. The good thing as well is that this power cable is completely 100% like nice and lightweight. It's really small, very portable. And one thing I do want to point out as well is that this right here, this CPU, the material, it's like this nice aluminum feel, and you can tell, you can see all the holes right here for the venting as well, to vent out that air so it's not going to stay too hot. So, and you have even more vents right here, which is great. So you have a lot of different stuff going on here that is looking like a solid PC, and we'll check it out here in a second and see how everything's running. If you're wondering too, the cables also come in with an Ethernet cable, an HDMI cable. I'm sorry, this is the HDMI. You have another set of HDMI cables right here, and then you have some more stuff. You have more of these like screws if you lose any screws, and it really comes packed with a lot of stuff that I'm really impressed with. There's just so much stuff here that you're getting so much for this small package. And when you turn this on, you can definitely hear a little bit of the fans kick up, but it's I can barely hear it at all. And this is right now already booting up to the ALLIWAVA, as you guys can see here, this little mini computer. As I said, I have the mouse and keyboard here hooked up to this. I have the keyboard and mouse ready to go. I have a nice 18-inch monitor. This is actually a gaming monitor because we're going to go ahead and show off some gaming. But I wanted to show this thing booting up and doing its thing. Again, this comes with Windows 11 as well, which is incredible. And the boot up right there, I mean, it just finished. It was very quick. That was not long at all. So this thing boots up really quickly. Hopefully it gets right into Windows 11, and there it is. It's powering up Windows 11. So this Ryzen 5800U is absolutely powerful, and man, quick boot up right there, which is incredible to see. And then we'll just go ahead now and just get this Windows stuff shown, and we'll showcase off a bunch of different stuff with this. Now real quick, I wanted to showcase that this, I have my internet plugged into the Ethernet cable, and I usually get about 400 speeds across all my devices in the home, and I can safely say this will give you the speeds, actually a little bit more than usual, the speeds that you are used to in your home. So this works exactly for that, which is incredible. Another thing I want to point out, guys, with Windows 11 and this PC, there's zero bloatware. I have nothing here whatsoever other than the Windows 11 standard stuff. This is coming with zero bloatware, so you don't have to worry about any junk that they put on your computer, which is incredible. And with that, guys, I wanted to go ahead real quick and showcase that this is coming with 32 gigs of RAM, as you guys can see there. This is, again, DDR4, and then it does come with the 500 gigs of the SSD NVMe, as you guys can see there. And again, once again, this does not come with any bloatware. It is just pure performance so far. Right now we're downloading some stuff, and we'll show off some more things here in a second, but this thing has been incredible so far. So we're showcasing me playing a little bit of No Man's Sky, as you guys can see here. We do have everything down to the basic settings, so this isn't running like ultra settings or anything along those lines. But you are getting you are getting some decent gameplay out of this, and again, this is just incredible for what you're getting here. This Ryzen CPU is just pulling out all the stops. As I said, you're not getting like incredible non-stop 120 FPS, but you're getting very playable, gorgeous gameplay running on a 1440p monitor right here, which is awesome. This is a 240 hertz monitor, and it's definitely doing its thing here, this little CPU. The thing that shocks me though is this is making absolutely no noise. I'm not hearing, the fans are barely kicking up. It's barely like sweating at all. And it is just performing incredible. So you can definitely do some amazing gameplay out of this little CPU right here. So I wanted to showcase me doing a little bit of just some writing here with Google Docs, and this thing I said is just amazing for productivity. I've been able to have ton of different web browsers, and this thing is just really great for productivity and having to do all sorts of different things. And here I am just messing with Google Docs, as you guys can see. If you also wanted to do some spreadsheet work on this, you can absolutely pull it off. As I said, you can have tons of pages open. This CPU is just running like a beast. This thing can game, this thing can absolutely do all sorts of productivity work, and it's just crazy of all the things you can do on this little tiny device. And again, as I keep mentioning over and over, the fans barely kick up. This thing is completely silent. I am completely shocked at how this thing is just dead silent and doing its work and putting out tons of different like things that I'm doing, all sorts of productivity on this little beast of a computer. And there you guys have it. This thing is running Cyberpunk right here. I might lower it down to 720p, but either way, I wanted to showcase we're getting about 20 to 30 FPS right now. So we're not getting a big FPS, but we are getting playable FPS for a game, a powerhouse like Cyberpunk. I mean, this is really testing it and putting it to its limit. But overall, I have to say, this is just incredible. If you guys are looking for something that can not only do great productivity, can game, but is also just comes in this really small form factor, as you guys can see, and it really just does its thing. It's just nice and small, and it's not even hot, by the way. It was running Cyberpunk, and it's not even hot. So this is something that ultimately I absolutely can recommend and say that you're getting a heck of a value here. This can do great productivity, can game. It comes with no bloatware. It comes with a powerful CPU. Overall, definitely recommend this one, and definitely say, hey, if you want a small form factor PC, you're getting something pretty decent here.